What's up guys, AD back with another Nikke video here on the channel, and in today's video everyone we are going to be checking out the Helm motion demonstration as well as overviewing her skill set, and I'll be giving you all my first impressions on the new character and whether or not you should summon for her in today's video. But before we get started everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video as well as be sure to subscribe to the channel, and of course check out channel memberships down below if you're interested in further supporting the channel, and in return you'll receive some amazing looking emotes, as well as of course a huge thank you to all of the members that have joined so far. But with all of that being said, let's get started here with the Helm motion demonstration. As you can see here on the Twitter, we do have the Aegis squad leader here, Helm. Now she uses a sniper rifle honorable to commence her attacks, and her burst skill can use the Admire's ship mounted cannon to deal high damage to a single enemy and empower allies. So she does seem to be an attacker slash supporter units here, and definitely a very beautiful unit to start off the raid up banners on Nikke. Now let's check out the video before we dive into the skill set. So let's see how her animations look.
This is just a prop sword, so don't be scared.
Alright, so there were the animations here for Helm. Honestly, she's looking pretty amazing. I personally love all of her animations here, and the Aegis cannon does look pretty sick there when she's activating full burst. So make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you think of Helm's animations. But now we'll need to dive into the skill set and see if she's worth summoning for. Alright everyone, so here we are with the skill set of Helm. As you can see here featured on the left hand side, looking good. And we do have the Aegis squad leader Helm. For the type here, she is an attacker, as of course we expected throughout the tweets, and we do have here the weapon being a sniper rifle, in which we already know. And for the burst skill, she is a 3 burst, so very nice here. Of course this will be significant when heading into full burst. And for the elements, we do have the water type character, so very nice here, a water type sniper attacker with the burst 3 skill. Honestly, I'm definitely looking forward to this character as I'm personally lacking water type characters. Now into the skill set everyone, we do have the frontline command, which will be the first skill and passive, which activates when the last bullet hits the target, and this affects all allies. Critical rates of normal attack up 14.64% for 5 seconds, so a significant crits rate boost here for normal attacks to all allies here throughout the first skill. Of course this only lasts for 5 seconds long, so a very short duration, but you can deal significant damage throughout those 5 seconds here due to the critical rates up. And if you are pairing her with other characters that do increase their critical damage, or other burst skills that increase critical damage, then you can definitely take a lot of damage out of this first skill here, in which Helm is buffing crit rates for all allies of their normal attacks. So definitely very nice here for the first passive. And moving on, we do have the second passive here, of course being fire away, which affects all allies. Damage to interruption parts up 3.08% permanently, so a permanent buff here on the second passive here, which of course yet again does affect all allies, in which I would assume this is the part of the boss character that takes the most damage. So the weak point spot of the enemy would be taking 3% more damage permanently, so that's pretty amazing here on the second passive, and I would expect this to be pretty popular in boss fights. And for the second portion, we have activates when entering full burst, affects all enemies attack damage up 11.85% for 10 seconds, so a significant boost here yet again here in the second skill, in which she does increase attack for all allies by 11% for 10 seconds when entering full burst, in which of course will always activate as you'll be using Helm's skill heading into full burst for the most part. Now her skill is pretty strong for boss fights, so I would definitely expect her to be used a ton in boss fights. As we see here, the burst skill Aegis cannon, which does have a cooldown time of 40 seconds, and for the skill description here, the first portion affects the enemy with the highest attack and deals 1,237.5% of attack as damage, so a ton of damage will be dealt to one enemy. And of course, since this is being dealt to one enemy, you should definitely prioritize Helm in boss fights, as she'll be dealing a ton of damage to that character And for the second and most amazing parts here of her burst skill, she does have affects all allies, recovers 54.45% of attack damage, in which 54.45% of their attack damage will be healing them. A ton of heals here on the burst skill to help with sustainability throughout a boss fight. And of course, she does have the critical rate up of normal attacks here in the first skill, as well as the damage to interruption part up permanently here on the second skill. And we also do have here the attack damage up for 10 seconds, which affects all allies when entering full burst. And for the burst skill here, which is very strong, she deals a ton of damage to one enemy, prioritizing the highest attack, which of course would be sought out for in boss fights. And for the most important portion of the skill here, she does recover 54.45% of attack damage for 10 seconds to all allies. So she'll be distributing a ton of healing here throughout her burst skill. Now, of course, the information above is based on skill level 10, but I would definitely say this unit is worth summoning for if you are looking for a burst 3 skill character that does significantly well in boss fights. She's definitely a boss killer based on this skill set here. Now, of course, we'll need to test more significantly here and overview the character heading into game, with of course testing and surrounding her with other characters that may do well alongside her. But definitely, I would say a pretty amazing skill sets here. She will thrive very well in boss fights. So make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you personally think of Helm. As for myself, I'd recommend to summon for this character if you are looking for a unit that will help significantly in boss fights, as of course she does have a ton of buffs to all allies, and the healing here on her burst skill will be very strong. So make sure to check her out for yourself and let me know if you'll be summoning for this character, as I would definitely recommend it if you are lacking burst 3 and lacking supports when heading into boss fights. But that'll pretty much do it for today's Goddess of Victory Nikke video here on the channel, everyone, overviewing the new water type attacker Helm. So make sure to let me know your thoughts on the skill sets in the comment section below, as well as let me know if you'll be summoning for her. But before you go, everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video, as well as be sure to subscribe to the channel, and of course check out channel memberships down below if you're interested in further supporting the channel, and in return you'll receive some cute emotes here for the comments, as well as for live streams. As well as be sure to check out the other links in the description box below to my Twitch live stream channel, as well as to my Twitter account and Discord server. But with all of that being said, I'll catch you all in the next Goddess of Victory Nikke video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.